grade 2. I hope that you took a little break in between the grammar and the maths. If you did not, pause the video, stop the video, go drink some water, go to the bathroom, I don't know, jump, do some jumping jacks, do some stretches, do some push-ups, whatever you need to do to get that blood flowing again, okay, to get your brain working again. Do what you need to do, then come back to this quiz, because I want you to be fresh, your mind to be fresh when you attack this quiz. So if you're finished warming up, here we go. You need to have the worksheets M3A and M3B. Cut it out and paste it at the back of your workbook. Do that now. Alright, if you're finished with that, let's start the mathematics quiz. So it says 3D shapes. We are going to identify 3D shapes and we are going to talk about their properties. Okay, so it says connect the 3D shape in column A with its name in column B by drawing a line with your ruler. I'm not going to go through the entire speech that I did in the grammar quiz. You already heard it. So I want your ruler in front of you and I want you guys ready to draw those lines. First shape looks like this. It's like your glue. If this is a sphere, you draw your line like this. If this is a cylinder, you draw your line like this. If this is a cuboid, you draw your line like this. If this is a cube, draw your line like this. So the options are sphere, cylinder, cuboid, cube. Connect it to its name, that shape. Next one looks like this. It's like a little block. I don't know. And yes, it has a square face on each side. So if this is this a sphere? Is this a cylinder? Is this a cuboid? Or is this a cube? Connect that shape to the correct word. Name. Next one, I tried to make it look like a ball so that you guys can see, or a bubble, but it didn't want to come out nicely. So it's basically a ball. Is this a sphere, a cylinder, a cuboid, or a cube? Connect it to the correct answer. Name. Connect it to the correct name. And then the last one, it's this long stretched rectangular shape, but there's a square on each side on the other faces. So, is this a sphere, a cylinder, a cuboid, or a cube? Good, that part of the quiz was not that hard. I'm expecting full marks from all of you for those 4. Here we go to the next one. Here you are going to have to use your brain a little. I wanted to put in a few questions that I'm going to have to make you think, make you draw some shapes in your head, grade 2, because I want you to be able to attack 3D shapes and their properties from any angle. So, use the 3D shape names in the word box to complete the following sentences. The words in the word box are pentagonal prism, triangular pyramid, hexagonal prism, and triangular prism. Now, number 1 says, a tube-like shape. There you already have 1/2 of your answer, grade 2. All of those that don't have the word at the back that means tube-like shape falls away. Okay? A tube-like shape that has a base with 5 sides. There you have the beginning of your answer. Is called a what? So it's a tube-like shape that has a base with 5 sides, and it is called is it called a pentagonal prism? Is it called a triangular pyramid? Is it called a hexagonal prism, or is it called a triangular prism? Write down the answer. like I say with many things in the class grade 2, take these questions step by step. I usually say that for word sums. I usually say that for science. I usually say that for English. I know that I'm always talking about step by step, but that is how you are going to solve the problem. Take it step by step. What do you know? And then apply it to the possible answers. Number 2, it's again a tube-like shape. So that should already give you a hint as to what the name is. A tube-like shape that has 9 edges is called a what? I can't give you guys any more hints. All I'm going to say is what I would do is kind of draw maybe small pictures of the shapes. You don't even have to draw it. Just go through the possibilities and kind of think, okay, how many edges does this one have? How many edges does this one have? And then choose the right one. Because there are 2 options that you need to choose from, because tube-like shape should have already given you one half of your answer. I'm saying too much, I know. I can't help myself. Okay, so number 2, a tube-like shape that has 9 edges is called a what? Oh, is it called a pentagonal prism? Is it called a triangular pyramid? Is it called a hexagonal prism? Or is it called a triangular prism? Please do your quiz alone. Do not ask for help. We're not allowed to. Unless you maybe can't read a word or something like that. That's fine. No information may be given. Alright, we're moving on to the next one. The next page, the next sentence. Number 3. A shape that connects at a point with a base of 3 sides. That literally gives you the answer. A shape that connects at a point with a base of 3 sides is called a pentagonal prism, triangular pyramid, hexagonal prism, or triangular prism. What is a shape that connects at a point with a base of 3 sides called? Good, and then number 4, a tube-like shape that has 12 vertices. A tube-like shape that is called that has 12 vertices. Now you actually are supposed to only have one name left, so you can either just choose that, but please don't just choose it because it's left. Try and figure out how many vertices does the shape have, and if the shape has 12 vertices, then you are sure that your answer is correct. So the first option is a pentagonal prism, a triangular pyramid, a hexagonal prism, or a triangular prism. What is a tube-like shape called that has 12 vertices? Alright, we're at the last part of our quiz where you have to fill in the table as neatly. That means, please, when you are drawing, because you are going to have to draw these shapes, I chose simple ones though, so don't be mad at me. I chose simple ones for you to draw. Seriously, I tried my best not to go crazy, so I chose ones that I know that you guys can draw. You can do it. So draw your lines with your ruler if possible. If it's a curved line, then obviously not with your ruler. But I want neat work, grade 2, not a lot of scratching and things like that. Take your time when you're drawing the picture, okay? So, fill in the following table as neatly and as best as you can. In this block, draw a rectangular prism. In that block, draw a rectangular prism. Neat lines. Try and use your ruler. Good. Once you have drawn that shape, write down for me how many faces does it have. How many faces does that shape have? I can't tell. Okay, I can't say anything. Sorry. It's like I have a secret and I can't share it. This is terrible, my word. Okay, so how many faces does the shape have? That shape that you drew there. Next one, how many vertices does this shape have? Write it down in that block. And in the last part, write down how many edges does that shape have. You can pause the video if you're not finished yet, but now you know what to do in the first one. But that's the same thing you're going to do in these. I'm just going to read the names for you. So, in this block, draw a triangular pyramid. Draw a triangular pyramid. How is it 11:15? Oh, it's not for you guys, but for me it is. I don't know how that happened. Okay, so you draw your triangular pyramid. Then you write, how many faces does my triangular pyramid have? How many vertices does my triangular pyramid have? And how many edges does my triangular pyramid have? Pause the video, complete the triangular pyramid. 9 answers. And then I am going to carry on with this. In this block, draw a cylinder. Cylinder. And then you do the exact same thing. You write how many faces does my cylinder have, how many vertices does my cylinder have, and how many edges does my cylinder have. And then grade 2, you are done with your maths quiz. You are actually done with all 3 of your quizzes. You can high five yourself. If I were in class, I would high five all of you. So just go ahead and do this. Give yourself a high five. Well done. You finished your quizzes. We only have our comprehension still. And then you guys are sending me the videos of you telling me your stories. I'm so excited.